there's an extensive document, it's about 164 pages, that says exactly what is to happen. And whenever a rider or any athlete in Belize tests positive for a banned substance, the country is required by our treaty obligations to impose a mandatory provisional suspension. So it's not a situation where anybody decided to suspend him or anybody really wanted to suspend him. That is something that is in black and white. It is our treaty obligation, and it was really a mandatory requirement of the National Anti-Doping Association. And the next step would be that that matter will be referred to the regional organization for a hearing before an arbitrator. That has been done, and we would hope that this matter could be resolved so that either the provisional suspension will be upheld or he would be exonerated, but he would make representations before the arbitrator. And that process is transparent, it is independent. The arbitrator is an individual from Spain. He has a PhD in sports law. He has communicated with all the parties since this matter arose, and I hope that the matter could be resolved in the quickest and shortest possible time. But the reality is that the court today discharged the injunction because he wrongly applied for the injunction. The judge quite rightly had some very harsh words in relation to certain material non-disclosures that were made by himself. They did not properly avert to the court the extent to which the arbitration process was in fact ongoing, the fact that the arbitrator is in regular and active communication with the parties to submit documentation and so forth, and the fact that he has a solid right to representation. He is making representation before an internationally appointed tribunal, and that's his right, and it is all of our responsibility to ensure that that process is done in a very transparent way. I want to emphasize that the testing procedures are very solid. I put forward in an affidavit the testing kit that's produced by a Swiss company, and that thing is tamper-proof, so that the allegations that are made really are unsubstantiated. How can one really tamper with something which has been specially designed to be tamper-proof? And the test was done by the UCLA's Olympic Laboratory, and that's a WADA-approved laboratory. And so once the testing is done, and once it confirms an adverse substance that has been banned by the WADA, then it's really for the rider to deal with that and to clear his name.